Thank you for joining me. It's a beautiful day. Great day to be with the Spirit. Great day for transformation. Great day for enlightenment. Great day for happiness. All right, one of the things that is taught by many spiritual groups is that we need to overcome the ego. All right, and there are some groups that have kind of made the ego into a monster, the terrible ego. You need to get over the ego. The ego will destroy your life. The ego is this, the ego is that. And these same groups will say, well, don't ever focus on the ego, but the ego is so terrible, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, blah, blah, blah. All right, so how to deal with the ego? The ego might be my personality, might be my subconscious, might be, my baggage, might be the middle mind, all of these things. So there's this little person, that's John's ego, okay? And it has issues and it has some baggage. I'm not completely made of light yet, on my way, but I got an ego. So how to work with this ego when the ego is grumpy? All right? Oh no. Grumpy was a dwarf, one of the 7 dwarfs. Okay, I did create a transformation game called Name Your Inner Dwarf, which was about laughing at the ego. All right, statistics show that 6 out of 7 dwarfs aren't happy. Okay, but anyway, that's another story. All right, I've got that game posted on Patreon. So making fun and laughing is a great way to deal with the ego. But I've called my ego little e. So little e is a kid who I was, who created a belief system that he can be a whining little brat, little e, okay? But what I have to know is little e is trying to protect me. So little e will get upset, like a kid does. Kids get upset, if they can't do what they want, right? Little e will get upset, and I will refer to little e gently, like, little e, don't worry, everything's okay. I educate him, right? Say, listen, we're gonna have faith today. We're gonna practice quantum physics today. We're gonna love up today. Little e, don't worry. I know you're just trying to take care of me, but hey, why don't you go run and play now, okay? That's much, much lighter than doing battle with the evil ego, all right? So there's a big E too, which is like, my inner redneck maybe. Big E say, don't give me no grief now, Say, listen, Big E, we don't need a fight. We don't need any trouble. Just relax. I know you're trying to take care of me. You're trying to protect me, but listen, it's okay. There's nothing really wrong right here, right now, okay? So just relax, all right, and let go. All right, then there's angry E, that's angry at this and angry at that and opposed to this and opposed to that. It's still just ego, but it's ego that's trying to make a person feel special. Wow, I'm the person with this point of view, not one of them. And so you can know that it's your big E, your judgmental ego, trying to make you feel special. So just receive the gift and say, yeah, I'm special, and so is everybody else. We're all special. So, hey, thank you, ego, for trying to, boost me up a little bit, but I don't need to judge other people for that, so thank you. But I'd rather just accept them as they are and accept me as I am and just be okay, all right? So that might be considered your judging ego, Judge E. Judge E, let's just accept people today, okay? And then there's spiritual E. Now this one will really run rampant, okay? There's preachers in the world who have spiritual E. It's like, listen to my words. I know the truth, by golly, and my way is the right way. That's spiritual E. And we all have that too, if you're on the spiritual path. I know that spiritually, thank you. You're just trying to make me feel that I'm okay and I'm special and I'm loved, but I don't need to be right. I don't need to be righter than anybody else. No. So we're going to accept everybody. Thank you, spiritually, but I think I'll just, love the Creator. I think I'll just love the trees and be here in nature, okay? We don't need to be opposed to anything. So pretty much any junk that comes up in your consciousness that takes you out of love or the present moment, all this stuff that's in the realm that I call the middle mind, could be construed as ego. But a nice reframe is it's always trying to take care of you. It's just trying to take care of you in a way that's not appropriate anymore. All right? So when you learn to surrender, let's say you're freaking out, you're worried, you're having a bad time, and you learn to surrender. Okay, I'm just going to have faith now. I know this will work out. Thank you, God, for hearing me. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you. When you learn to surrender, the ego will learn that that is a very nice, instant, happy thing to do. You can teach your ego to surrender to the universe of love. You can teach it these new thoughts that you're getting, okay? So rather than doing battle with it, you're teaching it that this surrender thing, wow, this smiling thing, this faith thing, wow, that's kind of nice, you know? No matter what weird trip I have going on, this thing works good. Because the ego is always trying to love you, support you, build you up, you know, even though it does it like by tearing other people down, okay? It's trying to take care of you. So thank it. Say, thank you, little e. Appreciate you. And now we're going to do that faith thing that you like so much, okay? We're just going to connect to the source and be happy or see the perfection in nature. You know, we're just going to do those kind of things, all right? And I promise I'll get to work and I'll do a great job. And I know that you're just beating me up, you know, because you think that that's going to help me to be happy later. And this is where the ego gets really interesting. The ego uses unhappiness to motivate you. It uses guilt. Man, you should feel crummy. You know, you need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this because then things will work out. Okay, so I'm going to make you feel really terrible now with guilt so that you can do a better job later, okay? And you say, how's that working, okay? If you were happy, would you still do a better job? Yes. Okay, but that's what the ego does. It gives you fear. Hey, you need to worry. You need to be afraid now, because if you're not afraid, you won't take care of yourself. Okay, we're in the jungle. There's a tiger. All right, you need to be afraid. You can just say no. If I was happy, would I still take care of myself? Yes. If I was happy and even blissed out, would I still take care of my needs? Yes. Would I work my job? Yes. Perhaps better? Yes. Perhaps better. Okay, so thank you, ego, for the pain. You know, the reason for unhappiness is to motivate me, to motivate somebody else. Hey, I'm unhappy with you. Or to show I care. No, I really care about all these problems. I really care. Okay, that's the purpose of unhappiness, okay? But if you weren't unhappy, if you were happy, would you still take care of yourself? Yes. Would you still care about the world and other people? Yes. Would you still interact with people and try to have great relationships? Yes. Perhaps better. Okay, so I hope this helps you in a reframe of the E. Little e is always trying to take care of you. But little e learned most of its strategies at the age of 3 and 4 and 5. So little e, thank you for sharing. But we're going to do that spiritual thing now. And then little e will say, you better quit this spiritual nonsense and get in the world. To say, that's fine, little e. I'm going to keep working my day job. And let's do that surrender thing now that you love so much, okay? Little e can be taught, all right? So I hope this helps you throughout the day. Turn it into a game, talking to little e, reframe it. It's not a big monster, it's just a little kid. Maybe you could call it your inner child. It's just trying to take care of you with all its many different dispositions, all right? So much love to you. Thank you for joining me today. If you like it, please click like. Please subscribe if you haven't. And please share this with a friend if you think it would be useful, okay? And those folks who are joining me on Patreon for Transformation Games, I thank you for that support, all right? And if you'd like to check that out, the link is included in the description below. And for those folks who are contributing to the music on purplemusic.com, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every little bit helps. And please check out my songs on the YouTube channel and tell me which ones you like so I can make another album, all right? Thank you so much for everything. I sure appreciate you. Have a glorious day, and little e will learn to love the bliss technique.